It's okay to be in pain. But the thing is, the wrong part of it is staying in that pain. You need to come out of it. You need to heal. Hello viewers, and welcome to another episode of Today on this episode we have a very beautiful lady. She is very intelligent. She is calm. I call her my chocolate. She is Miss Rekiatu. Hi Miss Rekiatu.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Everything is fine.
That's
We are
good.
so excited to have you on our show again today.
And I am
Miss Reki.
blessed to be on this show
Oh
today.
wow, that sounds great. So today we have another touching topic. It is
Okay.
really very sensitive. I know it is, but I know there are a lot of people out there who really need to hear it
Okay.
so they can hear. So today viewers will be talking about heartbreak. Have you ever experienced heartbreak? Because I have. I don't know about any other person, but it hurts so bad. That is the worst stage of anyone's life. There are many reasons why your heart might be broken. You might have lost someone, maybe someone died, maybe someone left you. Many reasons lead to heartbreak. So right now I want to find out from Ms. Reiki, what do you think heartbreak is all about?
And then, well, to me, heartbreak is it's a form of distress,
Okay.
disappointment. It's bad. Heartache, deceitfulness, anything that you think of that is hurting to the heart, that is the true definition of a heartbreak. It can be losing a loved one, someone so dear to your heart, or it could be someone that you love so dearly turning their back on you. It's deep. It's a very deep topic.
Yeah. Would you consider heartbreak as depression?
Yes, and also there are a lot of people, even to myself, I will proudly say that sometimes I'm not depressed, and I was never like that much of a person to say I have ever been depressed in my life. But that's that one part of me that always take me down to that road. Heartbreaks. It puts you into a dilemma you never see yourself fit in. It's a tough road. No matter how strong you are, no matter how tough you think you can handle you can just outstand the whole situation, it brings you back to that level where you ask yourself, or where you felt that I don't see myself fit. So yes, it is part of depression.
Yeah.
It messes up with you. It
Yeah.
does. No matter how hard you think you can stand the situation, it takes you back to it, depending on how much you invested into that thing, that person, or committed to someone.
We have many reasons why we suffer heartbreak, and different people handle it in different ways. But today we'll try to talk about some of those ways we can get out of it. Because I don't think facing the heartbreak is the real problem. I think the real problem is staying in it. It's just letting it eat you. It's just dwelling in it. I don't know what you think about it, but today we are not trying to know who is in it or who has suffered it or whatever. What we are trying to do is ask ourselves, how can we get out of it? Because as soon as we know how we can get out of it, it will be history.
Yes.
Yeah, it will. So, Miss Reiki, I want to find out from you, who suffers heartbreak the most, the men or the women?
To be honest with you, I think we're all human beings, and we all deal with our ups and downs differently, individually.
Right.
But when it comes to them, I wouldn't have that much to say, but I feel like mentally, men do suffer. Because you got to think about it, they don't express that much. You and I have each other, or we have our girlfriends for us to call and tell our situations. Men don't break down that easily.
Yeah.
So I think mentally, emotionally, they're hurt. We as females, we do the same thing too, likewise. Physically, because we express more, we let our friends know that this is that and what I'm going through.
Right.
And we show our hurt, wherein as men, I mean, we see them so strong and fit and all that, but inside themselves, they do suffer too.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. So, can we talk about how we feel when we are heartbroken? Someone might be heartbroken out there, but they don't even know that they are heartbroken. You know, we may be talking about heartbreak.
Okay.
Some people victimize themselves. How do you feel when someone breaks your heart?
How do I feel when somebody breaks my heart? I feel lost, because I am a lover. I am a true definition of a lover.
Oh my
It can be
goodness.
friendship, it can be a relationship, it can be family. Love is love. When I say I love you, I mean it. I don't use the word just because I want to entertain just that vibe for that moment. It's for you to know that I am here and I love you. So how do I deal with it? I get lost. I am hurt. I am a very emotional person. And sometimes I try not to accept it, but I can be a bit sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not in a negative way.
Right.
It's just the fact that I am a lover, and there's certain things you might do that you think is okay.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
it's not okay by me.
Right.
So I get so hurt. It's like I'm in this world with you. I am happy, but there's that other part of me that you don't get to see, because it's the shaking and the broken side of me. But one thing I always tell myself is that I have to keep going. I have to keep going, because at the end of the day, I let you in for the sake of love and acceptance and what my heart wanted. But for the sake of your distrust and disloyalty,
Right.
it's okay. You believe in God, right? Because I am a true believer.
I do.
One thing I know is, if it's for me,
It will come.
it will come. I don't rush things.
So I was about to ask you that. This is so sensitive right now. I'm like almost tearing. I'm sorry, but I'm about to ask you, how do you get out of that situation, so we can help someone out there who is going through exactly what you've been through, or you've experienced, and the person is just lying there in the bed trying to get out of it. What would you advise that person? Like, how would that person get out of that situation?
It's time. This one is a killer.
I'm so sorry.
It's time. It's all about time and patience. And you always have to let the good things outweighs the bad things. No matter, even if that person did you wrong. Just let the good times that y'all had, whether it's a family matter, relationship, friendship, just think about what that impact that person have left in your life. That's what you concentrate on, and how you as a person, you fix yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry viewers, I don't want to cut us short, but this is getting so sensitive. We will be back. Don't go, just sit right there and wait for us. We'll be right back. Before the break, we were talking about how you get out of a heartbreak, and I'm sorry we had to take that break out of a sudden, because it was becoming very sensitive, and Miss Reiki here was about to tear, and I'm so sure we don't want to get to that stage. But I want to tell you out there listening to us, watching, it's been ages, it's been a long time since she went down that road. She got out of it, she came out of it, but because she still knows what she felt for that person, she still knows how it felt, she still feels that pain. You can also get out of it. So Miss Reiki,
Yes.
we go back to where we were before the break. So we're still on how we can get out of heartbreak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was saying, time. I mean, there's no specific time you can get out of a heartbreak.
Yeah.
No, it just takes time, faith, and you just accepting positivity. That's all it takes. You can't tell me that today you've been heartbroken and you expect them at the end of the month for you to be past that.
Right.
No, that's a lie. And I don't ever want you to feel like you've cried a lot, you've been hurt a lot.
Right.
No, take it out, express more, seek advices, talk to people, because the longer you hold it inside, I'm telling you, when you break out, it's a lot to fix yourself back.
Right.
So it's always good to be getting out of it once in a while.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, to get out of it, it's time.
Yeah.
There's no specific time for you to heal back. It takes time, faith, and patience, and love, self-love.
I know you love self-love.
Self-love.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Miss Reiki. When you suffer a heartbreak, of course there should be some steps. Like, what can you do? Do you just stay in your room, watch some movies, and just let your own thoughts continue to, run around your head? Or do you think there are any things, some maybe few stuffs, ideas, tips you can give us on how we can actually get out of it? Maybe
Okay.
some things that can keep us busy or whatever.
Okay, well, based on experiences that I've had, there have been disappointments that you can be like, okay, God knows best.
Right.
And then you don't move on, but you pace yourself out of it, right? And there are disappointments that hurt you to the core that you yourself, you don't even know how to get out of it. It is depressing, just toxic. So in that moment is where you have to find things that will get you out of that feeling, that negative feeling. Listen to music if you love music. Read, even if you're not a reader, find something that's more entertaining. Engage in things that distract your mind off of the things that hurt you so bad. I'm not saying go out and party every weekend. Sometimes go out. Do things that makes you think about that moment, and even if you go home, you think about the fun you just had. Pray. God is the key to everything. Pray. If every time I have been able to get out of a toxic heartbreak, it's the God that I serve. I listen to gospel. Every word from each song, I receive it. Every key word I apply it to myself and embrace myself as I'm going along with the process of moving on.
Wow, that is really, really, really touching. On music, I will advise, do not listen to the music that reminds you of
that person.
Mm-hmm. That takes you down that road, that takes you back to where it all started. Miss Reiki, this is so important to us. Like, you've really you've told us a lot of things, and I really do appreciate it. I would just want to add that when you're going through a depression, don't be in there
one thing
by
again,
yourself.
Usually the people that hurt us, we see them as, oh, that would be my enemy for life.
No,
Oh,
that's right.
I'm not going to talk to that person. I don't want to have anything to do with that person. Let me tell you something. The longer you hold on to that person being your enemy, the longer it is you are into that negativity that you thinking that I'm over it. It's a lie, honey. The fact that you're still holding that piece of you against that particular person, you're forever holding on to that pain, because either that person or the situation is a trigger to your life. A best way to move on and just clear your mind and everything, you can forget. Forget and forgive. You will never forget. That's another thing. But you will learn to forgive and embrace that. It had happened. God knows best. Leave it all to God. Have you guys heard of karma before? Faith.
Wow, that is big. That's serious. We really need to take that into consideration. Forgive that person. Forgive. many people don't believe in communicating or talking to whosoever hurt you, but I do believe in that. It doesn't really matter. Just let it go, because honestly, once you're holding that person in there, you're still holding on to that pain. That is so important. So guys, we are actually talking about heartbreak. It doesn't matter the kind of heartbreak. Even if you lost someone, if someone died, you can't stay in there and listen to the music you guys used to listen together and just, you know, go through all those videos and all of that. You need to go out. You need to meet friends. You need to engage yourself in some good and fun activities. Don't just stay in there. It's not just about when you suffer a heartbreak from a relationship, but even if you suffer from any kind of heartbreak. But right now, I want to be specific, asking you this question, Miss Reiki. Do you think when you suffer from a heartbreak from a relationship, I mean you and your guy, do you think if he breaks your heart, it's advisable to jump into another relationship?
No, it's not good, because it really isn't a good idea. I would not advise that, and I would not do that, because at the end of the day, you had your expectations towards this person, and that same person turned their back on you, the least when you expected it, and now you're here seeking attention from another man because the other one failed to give you that attention that you needed. But guess what though? When you do that to yourself, you're setting yourself up, because then you'll be in the middle. This is your past and this is your present. Expectation will come knocking and hitting you right on the face, because then you're doing a whole bunch of comparing between what I had before, what I have now. So what you need to do is sit down, think about the things that you yourself, you did wrong too.
That's it.
It's a two-way thing.
Right.
What did you do to affect the relationship?
Right.
What did you do that you feel like could have been done better than the way it is now? But I don't think it's advisable to jump right into another relationship, because then your expectations will be so high. You'll be seeking, you'll be looking, just because you feel like that one failed. This one better give me all that I want. Fulfill my list. By force. Oh no, it's not by force.
And again, you are vulnerable. At that moment,
yes,
you are vulnerable.
Yes,
you're
very.
Heartbroken. All you need is just someone to say that thing that you want to hear. You just want someone to fill that gap that has been lacking.
Yes.
But if you give it time, like Miss Reiki said, time is the best thing. When you give it time, and during that time you pray, you go out there, you walk, you go to the gym, just do some fun activities and give it time. Your heart needs to heal. And do not forget, you have to ask yourself, what did I not do? And what did I do that was not correct? So by the time you get into a next relationship, you're so sure that you corrected the mistakes you made in the past. What is your sincere advice to the person sitting out there who is suffering from a heartbreak and finding it so hard to get out of it?
What can I say? Okay, from my heart, from me to you, I will tell you to deal with it sincerely, because at the end of the day, it's about your heart. You can't force your heart to neglect something that's hurting it. So deal with it in a way that you know at the end of the day, when you come out of it, you're forever free. It would just be memories and forgiveness at the back of your mind. So just take your time. I'm emphasizing on time, because there is no advice I can give you, you can give me, to take me out of that zone that I'm in at that moment. It's time and my heart. When I am healed, when I am at the moment where I have forgiven whoever have hurt me, I will get out. And that's the time that you're free from it. But it doesn't have a time frame. So nobody should ever tell you that, oh, why are you crying? Why is that getting to you? Oh, if it's me, I won't take it. You're lying because you're taking way worse than what everybody else might be taking. Advise yourself. Even if you want to sit down and cry, cry, and don't let anybody tell you, oh, you've been crying for too long. No, that is your right to your heart. You do what the heart wants. So I will say again, it is time. There is no time frame to moving on. No. Time. Just have all the time in this world in faith. With God in your heart, you get past it.
Thank you so very much, Miss Ricky. I really appreciate that, and I know someone out there is so grateful because this is really helpful. Considering the fact that you've been down that road and you're talking from personal experience, I would just like to encourage us again one more time that we have to be conscious and aware of the fact that we are beautiful. We were created wonderfully and marvelously, that there is just no one on earth that can compare to you. Staying in that bed, thinking of taking a rope and doing it, or just taking something that will take your life away, is the last thing that should cross your mind. Yeah. Put it behind you. Stand up again. Just the same way you met that person, it's the same way you will meet some other person.
Yes.
Like she rightly said, if something is yours, it can only delay. It will certainly come back to you.
Surely.
And honestly, sometimes we go through this thing just because we postpone our pain. We see it clearly. Like we always say, you can't force someone to love you. You can't force someone to be with you. No. But sometimes we try to force people. And at the end of the day, when they walk away naturally, we hurt. We stay back there. We try to curse them. We try to do all those things. We were just postponing our pain. So what I think is, you need to come out of that bed, take a clean and good shower, dress up, look good for yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself how beautiful you are. You have so many reasons to live for. Because, like I always say, there is hope for the living. Is the person dead? Don't worry. You will still get over it. Just pray. Just pray and hold on to God. That's it. And you will be fine. Thank you so very much, Miss Ricky. And thank you, viewers out there. You are always so welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate.
Thank you.
Viewers out there, we really appreciate you. We thank you so much for watching this episode. You can always drop us a message to tell us what you think you want us to talk about. And of course, you will have one of these beautiful ladies or this handsome man coming here and talk to you. We'll leave you right now, but we have a rendezvous next week. Have a great day.